Konnichiwa, Risa Sensei desu. Welcome to my channel, and in this video, we are going to discuss the JLPT N5 level worksheet which I have prepared for those who are aspiring to give this test. So you can test your knowledge by this worksheet, and I am going to share the answers at the end of this video. First, I will discuss the questions of the worksheet and then I'll share the answers, so you can check out whether you are correct or not, and thereby you can judge yourself. Okay, so I'll start this. So you're going to do this in my supervision. So I'm going to explain wherever there is like a pressure point, wherever I feel like I need to explain more, I'm going to emphasize over there, and things that I feel is normal, I'm not going to emphasize over there. So let's start. The first question says, how do you say the following? So it's definitely going to test your vocabulary, how good you are in grasping Japanese verbs. So first is vegetable. How do you say vegetable in Japanese? Second is meat. Third is horror. Fourth is movie. Fifth is later or afterwards. Sixth is but. How do you say but in Japanese? Sixth is unreasonable, or you can say even impossible. And seventh is, just a minute. Yeah, we were over here, right? To speak in the mass form. Okay, now the question number 2 says that you have to join the two sentences given using a contrast marker and a conjunction. Okay, now you look at the example first so you can understand how exactly are you supposed to do. So the first sentence is 家がを見ます。家がを見ます。Second sentence is ほら家がを見ません。Put the focus on your okay? So 家がを見ます。ほら家がを見ません。So you see the particle o is used over here. So this o is going to get converted into the particle wa. Now this is because wa is not a topic marker over here. Remember this. Wa has two functions. It is the topic marker as well as it is the contrast marker. From the context, it is understood that wa over here shows contrast, not the topic. So here I used wa after iega, and I used wa after hora iega. So it is giving me a sense of meaning that I'm saying yes to one thing and no to some another thing. So these two things, iega and hora iega, are the contradicting words. Which words are showing contradiction in this sentence? So therefore I'm going to mark them with the particle wa, and I'm going to replace this o with the particle wa, to be precise. Okay, so the sentence becomes 家がは見ます。Demo is but. ほら家がは見ません。I hope you understood how this works, okay? Now you have to do rest of the sentence. 肉を食べます。魚を食べません。So these two sentences, you have to join them. ひらがなを読みます。カタカナを読みません。Use them, join them using the word but, which is demo. 紅茶を飲みます。コーヒーを飲みません。紅茶 is Western black tea, and coffee is coffee. I prefer coffee. 家がを話します。ロシア語を話しません。So whenever you see this go at the end, it shows that it's a language. It's a language. So 家語 is English. ロシア語 is Russian. 日本語を勉強します。日本語を勉強します。ベトナム語を勉強しません。So you see the particle o? What are you going to replace them with? Yes, the particle wa. Okay, now how do you say the following in Japanese? Again, this is going to test your vocabulary. First is your parents' home. How do you say your parents' home in Japanese? Yes, I hope you're getting this. So your parents' home in Japanese is, write this over here. So second is the person's origin. Origin in the sense it can be your town, your city, your country, whatever. Coincidence or by chance. Suppose I went to the fish market and I saw my teacher over there. So we met by coincidence, right? So we didn't plan to meet together, but we coincidentally saw each other. Company, where you work. Next week and every day. Delicious or tasty, and it's an E adjective if you remember. To return or to go back in the mass form. To take time off in the mass form. To go in the mass form, and to eat in the mass form. Now why I emphasize on the mass form mostly is I personally teach my students must form first, because if you use must form in front of your friends, you will look weird, but at least you will not offend anybody. But if you use the impolite form to somebody who is ought to be given respect, you're going to be very rude in front of those people. So like, it's better to be weird than to be rude, right? Than to offend somebody. So let's move on to the question number 4. Now we are going to connect these two sentences using a conjunction word. Again, we are going to use the word but, which is demo. But you have to keep one thing in mind. Whenever you see the particle o, you are going to replace that o with wa. But when you see other particles like e, ni, de, you are going to not replace them, but you are going to attach the particle wa along with them. I hope this is clear. So, Kyoto e ikimasu, Tokyo e ikimasen. So here, the sentence has a contradiction between two places. You are saying, yes, I have visited Kyoto, and you're saying, no, I have not visited Tokyo. Very weird. You must visit Tokyo if you're in Japan, obviously. So, yeah, anyway, Kyoto e ikimasu, Tokyo e ikimasen. So there are two contradictory words, which are Kyoto and Tokyo. So you're saying yes to Kyoto and no to Tokyo. So in this case, what you're going to do is mark these two words with the particle wa. So it becomes Kyoto e wa ikimasu. Demo Tokyo e wa ikimasen. This is how it works. You're going to attach wa along with the particle which was there previously. You're not going to replace this, okay? Only in the case of o particle, you replace it, okay? So similarly, you have to do this. Shibuya de ie ga o mimasu. Uchi de ie ga o mimasen. So here the contradiction lies between, yes, Shibuya and Uchi, theater and your home. So you watch movie at theater, but you do not watch movie at your own home. Okay? Tanaka-san to ikimasu. Nakamura-san to ikimasen. So there are two people you've mentioned. San is basically a honorific. You're giving them honor. Okay, but if you are friends, don't use san. It is going to create a barrier. You should instead say kun for males and chan for females. Okay? For close friends, okay? Close friends. Kinyoubi ni kaisha e ikimasu. Doyoubi ni kaisha e ikimasen. Okay, so kinyoubi ni and doyoubi ni are the days of the week. If you have not checked out the video, please check it out. Kinyoubi ni and doyoubi ni. These two words are giving you a contradiction. How? Because you are saying that you go to your office on one day and you do not go to your office on some another day. So there lies the contradiction. So you are going to mark that ni particle with wa over here. Uchi de benkyou shimasu, kaisha de benkyou shimasen. So here the contradiction is between uchi and kaisha. Restaurant e ikimasu. Kisaten ne ikimasen. So here the contradiction is between restaurant and kisaten. Okay, let's move forward. You have to fill the missing information. Okay, so Australia is Australia. And what is your nationality then? I will give you a hint. Nationality will always add the name of the country plus jin. And a language will be the name of the country plus go. And if you are Chinese, how do you say that? China, how do you say China in Japanese? Okay, if you're Chinese, your nationality will be Chugokujin and your language will be, so you have to fill in the blanks. France is your France language is Furansugo. What will be your France nationality and France in country's name in Japanese? Germany is Deutsche, so you can guess what your name and nationality could be. Japan itself is Nihon. Oh, I gave the answer. Sorry. And if your nationality is Japanese, then you can say Nihonjin. Watashi wa Nihonjin desu. Okay? If you want to say US, it is America. And you can say Americajin if you are nationally belonging to America. Okay. Now, so we move on to the question number 5, where you have to connect the sentences using ga instead of demo. So what you're going to do is replace demo with the ga. Okay, so let's go. Uchi de wa sakana o tabemasu. Demo restaurant de wa sakana o tabemasen. So you're giving two sentences over here. Uchi de sakana o tabemasu. You eat fish at home. レストランで魚を食べません。You don't eat fish at restaurant. So if you have to join them, you are going to use the particle wa. So together it becomes うちでは魚を食べます。でもレストランでは魚を食べません。うちでは魚を食べます。でもレストランでは魚を食べません。Okay. So I'm going to replace this demo with ga. So what will be the difference? Ga is also a conjunction marking contrast. So it can be said that ga also acts as but or however, like that, something. But the difference is the pause which you take. So I will say these two sentences again. うちでは魚を食べます。でもレストランでは魚を食べません。I took a pause after the first sentence because there's a full stop. I said demo, I took a little pause because there was a comma, and then I continued the sentence. But in case of the ga, just pay attention. How do I say this? うちでは魚を食べますが、レストランでは魚を食べません。Okay, so I took ga along with the first sentence and I gave a pause after ga, not before ga. So the difference lies that this full stop gets removed in ga and you have the comma after ga, simply like that. So you have to join these sentences. 紅茶は飲みます。でもコーヒーは飲みません。紅茶は飲みます。でもコーヒーは飲み... Have I put this 2 times? Oh, I'm sorry. 田中さんとお茶を飲みます。でも、浜倉さんとはお茶を飲みません。Okay, now next one is 渋谷へ行きます。新宿へ行きません。In this case, you have to add でも。Okay? And 日曜日には勉強します。でも、金曜日には勉強しません。Okay, now you have to check your answers. Actually, this video has become too long, but okay, I'll see you in the next video where I'm going to upload the answers. So you can check your answers over there. Bye everybody. See you in the next lesson. ではまた次の